So good afternoon people and welcome back to the channel. We've got some more news regarding transfers, and this time we are shifting our attention towards Liverpool and Southampton, who over the years have done quite a lot of business with each other. Now the man who is in the conversation this time, and has been for a fair amount of this transfer window, is Romeo Lavia from Southampton. Now this player who I think is very good. I think he definitely belongs to a Premier League team. I know that he was at Man City at one point, and I think he has if I'm not mistaken, he has a buyback clause in his contract. So I think next year, or maybe in a couple of years' time, Man City can activate that and they can buy him back. To be honest, he'd be a very good addition to that squad already. I know they got rid of Ilkay Gundogan in the summer. Well, he left on a free contract to Barcelona, and they I doubt they were, but they were supposedly looking at Declan Rice before he made his move to Arsenal. So if this deal to Liverpool was not to happen, it'd be interesting to see where he actually would end up. Now, the story breaking in the last couple of minutes at the time of recording this is that Liverpool have made a new offer for Southampton's midfielder, as Southampton themselves are looking to make a deal with, I can't really pronounce that guy's name, Andre. I don't know who that is at all, to be honest. It says here that Southampton had rejected an opening offer for 34 million, which I doubt you'd get much out of them, even though they have been relegated. Plus 4 million add-ons from Liverpool for Romeo Lavia last week. The Saints want about 50 mil for the midfielder, who has 4 years left on his contract. Liverpool are considering alternative options, which include Andre. I was telling a lie, so that's so Southampton want that Andre guy. Okay, my apologies. Sky Sports News understands that the new offer from the Merseysiders is still below initial offer of 40 million, while Saints want 50 million for the Belgian international. The total package closer to that asking price, but if a compromise cannot be reached, Liverpool are considering alternate options, which include Andre. Lavia also interested Chelsea, who are also interested in Moises Caicedo. Still, I think they're still trying to get to him, if I'm not mistaken. Remains keen on the switch to Anfield, but Sky Sports News understands personal terms with both sides are not expected to be a problem. Now, I don't think he will remain at Southampton for the whole time. I think he will go to a Premier League team at some point. I doubt he'll want to go across to any other European team, unless a Saudi comes in and blows the bag on him. But look, I think this guy's a very good player, and you saw the amount of teams. I know Southampton were awful last season. I think only him and James Ward-Prowse actually performed to a good level. But it will be interesting to see what happens to him, because you've got the likes of Liverpool definitely interested in him, as we've seen that they had an offer rejected. Chelsea is supposedly interested in him. Man City had the chance to get him in a year's time if he decides to stay at Southampton for whatever reason. And there was reports some time ago about him wanting to go to Arsenal, when the likes of Thomas Partey were linked with a move away. Look, I think he'd do well at Arsenal. It's just that I don't think he's good enough to be the main starter in the Champions League games, because I think he's only 19 years old, and to have that much pressure on his shoulders at an early age, which is a bit it's a bit mad. But yeah, look, we're gonna have to keep an eye on this, because I think the season's about just over maybe just under a couple of weeks away, because I think Liverpool's first game, I'm pretty sure, is Chelsea away, so they're going to have to get their midfield ideas in order, because I know they got in Szoboszlai and McAllister, and they moved Trent to the midfield now, which seems to be working right, because obviously he cannot defend to save his life. And it'll be interesting to see what Chelsea do, because they need midfielders, and the only decent one they have is Enzo Fernandez, who I think is really good. I know they paid quite a lot for him, and I was a bit weird with them paying all that money, but with Chelsea being as bad as they were, he actually looks to be a really decent player, and pairing him with Romeo Lavia would actually be very good, as well as pairing him with Moises Caicedo. So there's two teams playing against each other on a Sunday, I think it is, that both need to strengthen their midfield if they want to do anything. Chelsea having one game a week, Liverpool having Europa League to deal with. But look, let me know in the comment section below what's going to happen with Romeo Lavia. Will he go to Chelsea? Will he go to Liverpool? Will he stay at Southampton and wait for the chance to go to Man City, assuming they're ready to take him back? Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. So remember, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I will see you lot in a bit.